I'd like to suggest 4 outstanding lessons that Elie's work and life taught all of us and that he expressed in all his teaching. One is that the experience of victimization is never the final step. It's our choice, but we should take it and turn it around into a spur for the constructive and life-giving activity in 4 ways. One is you don't give in to evil and never be a bystander. When people are in danger, when nations are oppressed, when individual groups are being threatened and oppressed, do not be a bystander. He always stressed the fact that bystanding always helps the evil one, the perpetrator, and not the victim. So in effect, his lesson was, I am my brother's keeper, and bystanding is the enemy, and the collaboration with the perpetrator. If I may make a side comment, if you look at the record of the Holocaust, 6 million were killed. But in the countries where there were not collaboration, where there was strong support for Jews, such as Denmark, 95% were saved, or Bulgaria, where the Bulgarian Jews were saved. In short, the collaboration or resistance of the bystanders is what made the difference in Jewish survival. Second crucial teaching of Elie, life and not death gets the last word if we make the right choice. That's in our hands, that life have the last word. So we have to rebuild after destruction, not to crumble, not to give up, not to just simply sit and feel self-pity. It's our choice. In his case, that choice ranged from the courage to have a family after his own and millions of others were wiped out, and if, despite his tremendous responsibility to the survivors, he had the courage to come over and start another family, have a child, and a firm reliving of life. Most of the time he spent, again, not speaking about the destruction, but in teaching and in recreating life, recreating Jewish life, helping strengthen the culture and the respect of humans throughout the world. And that too was the statement that the last word goes to life and not death. Thirdly, speaking truth to power. That, of course, is an expression of conscience and of inner strength and inner greatness. But it's a remarkable quality that he showed. And I want to say, when I say speaking truth to power, not just human power. One of his great lessons for all of us in religion, he's a man of deep faith who wrestled with God continually and spoke truth to God, expressed the complaint and the anxiety and the disappointment of humanity that God did not save us from the Holocaust or from the other evils that exist in this world. And he taught us all that you can have a profound relationship to God and to faith, and that is side by side with arguing with God, or doubt, or experiencing the absence. One has to speak with truth and integrity, even to God. And that speaking of truth enabled a reconnection to God at the same time. Of course, he did the exact same thing here on earth, you might say, in warning President Reagan against going to Bitburg, not identifying or honoring the SS and their murderers, or when he spoke at the dedication of the museum and asked President Clinton to intervene to end the genocide in Bosnia. Again, there was tremendous pressure not to speak, but his conscience and his commitment and his embrace of humanity led him to speak truth. And that is an important lesson for all of us. And that includes the fact that he had no armies, he had no well-oiled political machine. He had tremendous impact because people understood he was speaking the truth, and that he was calling on us to be our best and to live to our highest level of conscience. And lastly, I identify and think we all want to follow him in his tremendous teaching of memory. He made the world remember that never to forget the victims, but also never to forget the life that they lived, the worlds that they created, the goodness and the culture that they represented. And he said, if we forget, we hand evil, the perpetrators, yet another victory, having hurt the victims, we allow them to disappear. And so memory is a one way of making sure that evil does not win, but the life and good wins. That's central to Jewish religion and to all religion. In the Song of Songs, we are told in the Bible, love is stronger than death. Memory is the expression of love, that love that does not end with the death of the other. And that love is more powerful. That love links all humans to each other. And that means that memory is the key to love, which is the key to the continuing power and blessing of life.